Alabama, number 10, Ferrara Buckner. A 5'5" freshman from Huntsville, Alabama, number 21, Gabrielle Steger. And a 6'2" freshman from Abbeville, Alabama, number 23, Jemiah Glover.
Hi, everybody, and welcome as we get set for basketball on a Thursday. The trip to possibly the Nationals begins right here as the Coyotes of Coastal Alabama South, a number 6 seed, gets ready to take on the Warhawks of Calhoun, a number 3 seed. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson, joined by the legendary Van Penaway. Van, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Robert. Another great day that he's given us, and we've got a good start off to this tournament with these two teams, with Coastal and Calhoun getting ready to throw it up.
And taking a look at the ladies that'll be on the floor first. Anderson, Arnold, Sullivan, Phillips, and Robinson for Coastal Alabama South. And countering is Calhoun with Griffin, Ricks, Buckner, Stigger, and Glover.
Right, and Griffin for Calhoun, she puts it up pretty good, Robert. She does it at 16 points a game.
Calhoun back after another sensational year. As you recall, a year ago,
yep,
they pushed Shelton State, the perennial powerhouse in the ACCC, to OT before the Buccaneers won it.
And they're off to a pretty good start. Coastal is.
It is swatted away. The pickup and the putback dropped in by Glover.
Yep, she does a good job of rebounding as a freshman out of Abbeville, Alabama.
That's down kind of in my neck of the woods.
Yep.
Well, what are the odds? I mean, let's face it, you're a 6 seed, you're coming in with a 5-9 conference mark, taking on a 3 seed in Calhoun, which pushed Shelton State to the limit last year. I mean, what are the odds of a 6 knocking off a 3?
It's pretty good because you got nothing to lose, so they're going to play free and loose. And they're off to a pretty good start so far. They've scored the first two baskets of this contest. They're doing pretty good.
It'll be brought in from the baseline, put in play by Buckner, and stolen away, and then pretty good continues for Coastal South.
Oh, fans wanted to walk on that one.
Well, were the fans right? Got a drive by Arnold, and it'll go out of bounds off Griffin.
Yeah, Arnold's the second leading scorer for Coastal. She shoots it at 11 points a game. And so far, she's got the first 2 baskets in this contest for Coastal.
Sophomore back from a year ago.
Both teams are playing man-to-man. Calhoun's doing a pretty good job, and they're getting up in them, and we're going to get a turnover.
Right there in the middle of things, and both ladies kind of threw the hands up going, okay, hey, don't want to get into a fracas.
Right. And they're going to get a jump ball out of that, and it'll stay with Coastal.
Put in play from the near sidelines by Anderson, one of the best in the conference in knocking down the threes. Of course, the lady with the basketball, currently Arnold, not bad either.
Right, and neither team was paying attention to the shot clock. But more importantly, Coastal lost sight of that.
4-2 ball game. I typically ask about now how long does it take to get the butterflies out, but I would assume with 6 points on the board combined, they've already swatted them away. Buckner knotting it up at 4.
Right, Buckner's doing a good job on the defensive end of the floor also.
Contact on the Stigger steal attempt. And Anderson will put it in play from the near sideline.
Wow, she thought she had another tie up that time, but the officials saw it differently.
And that'll be the first foul on Stigger.
First foul of the game, so they're letting them play.
Giving over to Robinson.
Oh, Robinson bounced it on the baseline.
Battle between the 23s, Robinson and Glover. And an opportunity for Calhoun to grab their first advantage.
Right, Calhoun averages 67 points a game, so they got to pick it up on the offensive end if they're going to get their average.
Buckner with a drive, and then she trying to put on the brakes. She's got tires like I do. They slide a little bit.
Yep, she slid on that one. Now, Coastal comes into this game averaging 57 points a game, so they're used to the low-scoring affair. And I know Calhoun's got to try to pick the pace up, and they got to do it on the defensive end of the floor.
Phillips over to Anderson, pulls up, trying to drop in the 6-footer off the rim. Rebound belonging to Stigger.
Right, and Calhoun's going to try to get some transition points, but good transition defense by Coastal.
I think that's going to be a battle all game long, Glover and Robinson.
Yeah, the 23s, they're trying to figure out who's going to be the best 23 on the floor, so they're going after each other.
Robinson the foul. Glover, the 6'2 freshman, at the strike. By the way, congratulations to Chet Valley and Steen State, D2 winners last week.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So their season will continue.
Yep. As a matter of fact, they're playing Saturday in Tallahassee in the districts for the right to go on to the Nationals.
Exciting time of the year. It's March. The madness has started.
Phillips on the other side of the floor. Just inside the mid part.
Good double team by Calhoun, and they get the turnover.
And he got an injury. This Buckner very slow. Matter of fact, not getting up. Took a shot to the face.
Yep, they created a defensive sandwich that time, and they got the turnover, but looks like she took the brunt of it.
So Buckner given an opportunity to recover. And I guess the ruling is she's got to come out.
Yes. Once the trainer comes out, she's got to come out of the game.
Checking in for Calhoun, number 4, Victoria Piles.
So Victoria Piles will come into the game.
Yeah, she averages 6 points a game, and Calhoun will need those points. Now, Coastal's changed it up. Now, Robert, they're going to a little zone now, giving Calhoun a different look.
Into the corner to that new face Piles, eventually on the other side of the floor to Stigger.
And then when you look at the season stats, that's a good move by Calhoun because Calhoun only shoots the three-point shot at a 24% clip. So you can roll the dice and pack it in.
Well, here's a three, and it's off the rim for Piles. Rebounded by Griffin.
Another three.
And again from Piles.
Right. Oh, they're going to get a jump ball out of that. Wow, that looked like 1st and 10.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think they realize this is not grass, and they're not wearing pads. Well, what is the conversation between officials?
She either said the ball was out of bounds on the ball was out of bounds on Calhoun.
So no jump ball, no possession change.
Well, now they have turned the possession there, and you got a turnover that time.
Got away from Sullivan. Back over it goes to Piles. Piles putting up another 3. And this one finds its mark.
That was a great ball movement.
First lead of the game for Calhoun. Yep. Phillips responding on the other end of the floor.
Brooklyn Phillips for 3.
That was a Coyote sandwich.
Right. They're not giving up any layups in this. They have the no layup rule in effect.
Rowan Clements checking into the game, going to the stripe as Piles.
Foul charge to number 4, Janice Edgeson.
Piles shoots it at 55% on the season.
For Calhoun, number 4, Victoria Piles.
Maya Griffin coming into the game for the Coyotes. Also, Makira Standridge checking in. Good to be back in Huntsville, Alabama, University of Alabama, Huntsville.
Yeah, great host last year, great host.
And due to popular demand, we have been able to talk with Van's people, and they've agreed that he can stay through the championship.
Yep, we will be here. I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of great basketball to be played these next 3 days.
Given over to Standridge, timeline left side. Rowan with a screen. And it's Phillips for 3. And she'll drop it in.
Right. Just trading corners that time.
Piles back out front. Into the corner to Piles.
Oh.
She's got a 3.
Wow, she's feeling it. That was a heat check that time. Victoria shot that one with a lot of confidence.
Both of these teams looking a lot more comfortable on this floor in Huntsville. Out of the corner, Griffin, front side to Phillips.
High ball screen.
Sullivan sets it. Phillips shoves it to the glass, draws the foul. It'll be Ricks with a personal, and I think that will get us to the media timeout. And indeed it will. We've played 6 minutes, and we're knotted up at 10.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Candace Bird, head coach at Calhoun. Coach, I've been very impressed with her and the Warhawks.
Right, yeah, she did a great job last year. And she's got her team playing real well coming into March. And that's the goal. When you start your season back in October, you want to be playing in March. And she's got her team right where she wants it to be. 3rd seed. She probably wanted to finish higher, but at least she's in the upper echelon of the conference, and they've got an opportunity.
As a 1 or 2 seed, you get a bye. How much of an advantage is it not playing on the opening day?
Well, a lot of times you need that extra rest. You know, the little bumps and bruises, you get an opportunity to let the kids rest a little bit more, and so it works out sometimes.
Phillips shooting. Brooklyn Phillips from nearby Birmingham, Alabama. Freshman at 5'8", big contributor.
She shoots it at 69% on the season.
Tell you what I was impressed at, where Phillips was concerned going into the huddle, she was doing a little dance. I mean, to me, that's an indication she's relaxed.
Right, relaxed and loose. That's good.
Piles, both sides of the rim, trying to track it down. Griffin, and it will stay Warhawk ball.
Yeah, I like that look earlier that that Coastal came out in that zone, because I think if a team's only going to shoot 24%, as soon as I say that, they jack up another one.
Sullivan trying to get the block, instead got the potty, and that'll put Griffin at the line.
Right. Sullivan didn't pay attention that time. She got ripped off from behind because she didn't see, after she got that rebound, she didn't see the defender behind her.
Sullivan picking up her first personal. She is a Chipley, Florida product. You might remember one Amp Lee that played NFL
Florida State,
Florida State, right? He is a Chipley product as well.
At the line for Calhoun, number 0, Jamiah Griffin.
Griffin from Harvest, Alabama. 5'10" freshman.
And she does a pretty good job from the free throw line on the season, 71%.
71 used to be kind of mediocre. These days it's pretty darn good.
Yes, it is. Calhoun still doing a pretty good job of this man-to-man defense. Whoa.
If that is on Stigger, that's 2.
Charge to number 21, Gabrielle Stigger.
And it is.
Team's third.
More importantly, that's the third team
Checking
foul.
in for Calhoun, number 14,
That's a big foul for them, for Calhoun.
Put in play to Phillips. Jumper went 9 feet, was supposed to go 8.
Yep.
Piles
pushing it, and one with the contact.
You know, she came into the ball game when Buckner came out with the eye injury, and man, she has been dynamite.
Right, she sure has.
Her first team score.
She's leading them in scoring right now.
Victoria Piles.
She's doing it on all 3 levels. She's done it from the perimeter, she's driving it to the basket, and the mid-range game.
2-point Warhawk lead. Everything from here on out's a play-in game. You don't get any double eliminations, don't get second chances.
Nope.
Stolen away, Phillips, and then Piles trying to take it right back. Phillips able to come up with it, gives it over to Standridge.
Right, good job by Phillips. Oh.
Riggs picking up the personal.
Calhoun foul.
All right, if you're a coach and you've seen these fouls already called, when you get a little aggressive, are you a little frustrated at Riggs?
Yeah, what you do, you got to talk to your players. You say, you see how the officials are calling the game. We got to slow it down a little bit. We got to back it down. You got to ratchet it down a little bit.
Timeout on the floor. 2:51 to go. Quarter number 1. Well, a gentleman with the best seat in the house, or one of the best seats in the house.
Yep, he's right at midcourt. Gets to see the action both ways.
Inside 3 to go, quarter number 1.
Whoa.
Wow. I think everybody with 3 saw that.
Yep, the right 3 didn't see it.
Glover coming up with a steal on the other end of the floor, and it's
Here's
Griffin.
that lady again.
Dips the 3 in and out.
Official's going to have to reel this in because he's getting a little chippy out there.
14 apiece game. Phillips into the paint. Just bounced it right into the hands of a new face on the floor, Jasmine Irvin.
Right, but she had a little help in losing that basketball that time. She got bumped.
Piles. Was she straddling the 3 or not? Doesn't matter. Missed shot. Piles has it back.
There are no easy fouls in this game now.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, man, those bodies are slamming on that hardwood.
Yeah, they're getting their money worth.
Her first.
Standridge getting her first foul. She and Phillips out of the game. Denver Arnold checking back in.
And I see the officials doing the right thing. He's talking to the players, trying to tell them they got to pull back a little bit because it is being aggressive out there. And that's going to put Griffin back at the free throw line, and she's hit her first two, and now
Number 0, Jamal Griffin.
Anderson back into the game for the Coyotes. Rattle in for Griffin.
good ball screen. Oh,
Winds up on the hardwood. Anderson into the hands. It goes of Irvin. Piles. Lay-in missed by Griffin. Denver Arnold on the opposite end of the floor. Another steal. This time it is Jackson coming up with the theft.
Powell's going to look to drive it.
Going to be tipped out of bounds by Arnold. I like the name Denver Arnold, Denver specifically.
Yes.
I have learned on YouTube that she was named after the Nuggets. I was speculating maybe from the city,
Oh, wow.
but she was named after the Denver Nuggets. Heck, if you're named after the Nuggets, you've already been predestined to play basketball.
Right. And you need to be a baller, too, now.
And she's pretty much a baller.
Yep.
Tulane bringing into the glass by Glover.
Yep. Once again, that's the second time they've lost sight of the shot clock.
Checking in for Calhoun, number 10, Carl Buckner. Replacing number 4, Victoria Piles.
A couple of ladies' games than the men play, but they play substantially later tonight. We're accommodating the University of Alabama Huntsville ladies who get a practice session in between games 2 and 3.
Right. Good push by Calhoun.
Buckner back into the game. She gets hammered.
Right. Now, Coastal's transition defense, I know they got to talk about that at the end of the quarter now because that's the third time that Calhoun has been able to push it ahead and nobody was there for Coastal. So they got to get their rotation right.
For Calhoun, number 10, Carl Buckner.
Clements, the freshman, picking up the foul.
Right, and that puts Buckner at the free throw line where she shoots it at a 65% clip.
And good to see her back into the ball game. Came out with the injury to the face, but she is back in now.
Right.
And, of course, Piles took advantage of her timeout.
Right. Piles came in and said, hold on, thank you for the opportunity.
Sullivan back into the game for the Coyotes, and Clements comes out.
Number 11, Marley Sullivan. Replacing number 15, Rowan Clements.
Just a bit under 30 to play in quarter number 1. Three-point lead, Arnold to Sullivan. Sullivan's first shot off the rim, rebounded by Griffin.
They've got a shot.
That is Buckner for 3. And back onto the floor it goes into the hands of the Coyote and brings quarter number 1 to a close. Coach entertaining, and only 3 separate the two.
Right, and I think Coastal, they got to be happy where they are, Robert, because being that 6th seed, they're doing pretty good in that first quarter.
Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski.
There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
(17-14) Calhoun advantage after one. We get ready for quarter number 2 between the 3 and 6 seeds. And Van, I love it. When you walk into the house, first of all, they are bowing, acknowledging the presence of royalty. And then you said, hey, bring me some stats, and that's what they're going to be doing, is bringing you some stats.
And the fans are being entertained by one of the officials. He's trying to moonwalk for him.
I did not see that.
Yep.
Darn it, I missed it. 10 minutes into this one. And if these 10 minutes any indication as to what we are going to get all tournament long, better buckle up.
Yep.
Brought in from the far sidelines, Griffin to Buckner. Coach, we've been handed first quarter stats. Anything stand out to you?
Yeah, I like the fact that Coastal's shooting 45% from the floor. That's a great percentage. In Calhoun's, they lead the game, but they're only shooting 35%.
7 turnovers for Coastal, 4 for Calhoun. I would assume you'd kind of prefer to trim that down a little bit.
Yes, yeah. You don't want to turn the ball over 7 times in the quarter.
Irvin with the spin move. Phillips creates the jump ball.
Right. And now to go over to Coastal.
Quick reminder to folks watching, click that subscribe button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The more the merrier. We're kind of a little city of viewers now, trying to make it a big city of YouTube followers.
Right.
Phillips with a miss to the other end of the floor, Griffin.
Right, both teams like shooting that three-point shot.
That is Glover, back to Buckner. Marley Sullivan with the rebound. Anderson fires into the corner. Phillips back out front. Anderson for 3. Rimmed out. Sullivan's got it. Put back.
She's doing a great job on the glass in there.
First couple of points for Sullivan, and we've got a 1-point game. Taken away by Phillips.
Good pressure defense by Coastal.
Robinson top side, works it over to Arnold. Phillips back out front. 3-pointer.
Oh, shot the lights out.
And you're talking about the scoreboard in the middle of the floor. It's out.
Yeah.
Now our clocks on one end of the floor on, but our scoreboard above the floor and our scoreboard on the other end of the floor out.
Yep, malfunction. So they'll probably should send the teams to the benches as they figure out
what's going wrong.
Right.
Well, it's back on.
I think it was an operator error.
You know, that's the thing I don't like about this modern technology is that when I call folks and, you know, support and I say, man, there's a big problem with your software or your computer, 9 times out of 10,
it's the operator.
It's the caller that, it's me.
Yep.
The operator.
Yep.
They would just have the power pull. That was about it.
Yep. And Coastal's back into this zone, this 2-3 zone.
Back over to Ricks and then Piles. Given to Irvin. Griffin will send it in the corner. Ricks off the rim. Piles put back, not there. Rebounded by Arnold.
Right. Piles does a good. She's looking for her shot today.
From the elbow, Arnold able to coax it in.
Coastal basket by number 10.
Good touch on that shot.
Arnold.
Over to Piles, backs it out, swings it down to Glover. Glover misfiring, but there was a foul, and it apparently will be charged Irvin.
Yeah, they're going to get 44 for that.
Foul
Jasmine.
charge to Calhoun. Number 44.
You know, speaking of technical snafus, last week at the University of Montevallo for the D2 basketball, I believe it was the last game of the night on Friday night. The buzzer that sounds, you know, that typically is about 5 seconds, never went off until about 45 minutes later.
Wow.
So we had to postpone the game for an hour. There was a foul called on Ricks.
Calhoun, the Calhoun fans didn't like that call.
Well, one of the reasons is that's 3 on Ricks.
Yeah, Ricks can't put herself in that situation. She's too valuable for a team. You don't want to take, you don't want to gamble.
Robinson just a smidge short on the first.
And she shoots it at a 60% clip from the free throw line.
Sullivan banks it in.
Right, that's her second bank shot of the day.
Yep. And it's Coastal with a 3-point lead, a 6-0 run.
Right,
for
and
the
they're coming
Coyotes.
out with full court pressure too. That should have been a
Buckner over to Piles. And there is a Phillips foul on the floor.
yeah. I don't know. The fans may have called that for the officials.
Foul charge to Coastal.
Fans don't do that, do they? I mean, they just sit back, relax, and watch the game.
First team foul.
Put in play out front to Griffin. Trying to get it down to Irvin, tipped away into the hands of Sullivan. Trying to make it Anderson. Sullivan says, I'll try it too. And then Herman committing the foul.
Yeah, Sullivan didn't make that basket because she didn't put it on the glass. Her other 2 shots have gone in off of the glass.
Actually, they're going to charge Buckner with the foul. And Buckner and Irvin in the vicinity, but Buckner will pick up the personal.
At the line, shooting 2 for Coastal, number 4, Janice and Jessen.
And just some shooting, trying to extend the run.
Right now, Coastal's got to be feeling pretty good about themselves because they're playing the number 3 seed and they're putting them the pedal to the metal with them.
And have scored 8 in a row.
Right, they're pushing them. They're pushing them.
Give it down to Piles. And is Stigger back into the game? She's playing with a couple of personals. Glover able to drop it in.
Right. Good ball movement. They were able to get that in the teeth of the defense. And that's what you have to do against that zone.
Coming up at halftime, a conversation with Dean Myrick, the commissioner of the ACCC. Arnold with a drive. Sullivan trying to bank it. How about a third try? Robinson will get fouled.
Right, that's 3 offensive rebounds. I know Calhoun that they don't like that. You don't want to.
Second personal.
Coach Bird has to be a little upset about that. You got to get him off the glass.
Coastal, number 23, Kalijah Robinson.
So Robinson will shoot in a 22-19 contest. I mentioned you got a 6 and a 3 playing, but it doesn't matter if you're a 6 or a 1, you're here.
Right.
So you got a chance.
Yep. Anybody that's playing this time of the year, you still got a chance if you're in postseason play.
One of 2, the lead is 4. Into the corner to Piles. Yes.
Bank is open. The bank is open from the corner.
Kind of threw up her hands like, well, hey, it went in.
I'll take it.
Arnold trying to match that. Off the rim, rebounded by Buckner.
And see, here you go. You don't have your floor balance, and you get a run out.
And Sullivan the foul on Stiggers.
Right.
So that'll be 2 on Sullivan.
Right, but see, you gotta also make sure that you balance the floor when they on the defensive end. You got to rotate so you have people back. Sullivan should have been the first person back down the floor for Carolina because she was under the basket.
23 all, 5:08 to play, half number 1.
Coach Yeldon's taking a gamble now. She's got 2 fouls in the first half. I mean, in the second quarter.
Phillips in. Let's see if it is Sullivan who goes to the sideline.
Yeah, that's a good move. Good move. You don't want her to pick up that third foul with 5:08 to go in the second quarter.
So we don't see her again this half?
If you trust her, she'll come back.
Stanridge to the timeline. Back into the game to Robinson. Jumper from the elbow, a little too strong. Buckner with it. And somebody reached in and fouled her.
I think they're going to get Robinson on that one.
They did.
Personal foul charge to number 23, Kalijah Robinson.
And that has got us to the media timeout.
Third team foul. Media timeout.
4:52 to play. Half number 1. Calhoun fans in the stands. A few minutes ago, he was waving the pom-pom, but I think he's kind of worn out now, which is like me. He's like, okay, I'll wait till the next time out. And what's the conversation in the middle of that Calhoun huddle?
Well, they got to talk about the fact that they got to rebound the basketball better. They're getting their shots, and when the ball's not going in, you go after offensive rebounds so that you could improve your scoring. And then the other thing, in that other huddle over there at Coastal, they got to be reeling because with that second foul on Sullivan, I think that really hurts them because she's so valuable to that team. She does so many things.
Three-pointer en route. Stiggers with a miss. Put back Buckner from the left side. Stanridge out front. 3-point Calhoun lead. If you're Coastal and as close as you have played this 3 seed in the first half, you sure don't want to allow Calhoun to go on a run.
Right. I have to tell you, they got to feel good about where they are right now. You just got to close this half out. But, wow. I guarantee she's having a career night.
Piles gives Calhoun their largest lead of the game.
And remember, she only got this opportunity because somebody got hurt.
And she has made the most of it.
Oh, yes. So Coastal now this is a very crucial time in the game for Coastal. They need to chip into this lead going into the half.
Griffin to Standridge puts up the 3, just a little bit short.
And the defensive pressure caused a turnover.
Phillips thought it was a foul for a moment.
Yep, and that was Griffin stepping on that out-of-bounds line.
Checking in for Coastal, number 4.
Griffin coming out of the game.
Replacing number 00.
Anderson is back in. In the corner, Arnold launches at 3. Phillips able to track it down. And Phillips the foul.
Right, she bodied it up that time. And that's gonna be the 15th foul. So you should be shooting free throws now. Oh, 4th. That's just the 4th. But they're quick on the scoreboard.
Six-point lead, 3:29 to go, half number 1. Dean Myrick coming up at halftime.
Right, and what they're doing now, they're coming into they changed up the zone defense to give them a different look. They're in the more of a 1-2-2. They come out of that 2-3.
Stickers bringing it baseline. Sullivan's back in, tipped it away. Are you surprised only 2 minutes off the floor for Sullivan?
Right, I figured he'd put her back in. It's a lot of time left in this half, though. He doesn't want her to pick up that other foul.
Somebody picked up a foul. Might have been Griffin. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be Griffin.
Foul charged to 00, Maya Griffin. Second personal, 5th team foul. At the line, shooting 2 for Calhoun.
Jermaine Glover, the Abbeville product.
Jermaine Glover.
Yeah, he couldn't see the number.
That ponytail.
Yeah.
I have the same problem.
Yep. I had an opportunity to call a couple of soccer games. That's real bad in soccer.
Because you're further away, I would assume.
You're further away, and that hair goes down over that whole number. You don't know who it is. Downtown.
Well, just checking into the game is Naomi Wack. Wack just entered the contest.
Yep. Wack said it doesn't take long to get it off.
Gives it over to Buckner into the corner to Pyle. She's been hot, and that hot streak continues.
You gotta keep feeding her, and I like the idea that her teammates are looking for her. That's what you got to do. When you get somebody hot, give them the rock. Let them cook.
Over to Anderson, brings it into the paint. Off all kinds of sides of the rim. Sullivan trying to track it down. It is Standridge with an air ball.
Yep, and Sullivan, and that could have been very easy. Could have been her 3rd foul coming over this way. Coastal's not paying attention. Calhoun tried to sneak one in on him that time.
Stickers going over to Griffin. Everybody wearing a Warhawk jersey is splashing in threes.
Yeah, the threes are falling now. Those are back-breaking shots right there.
Double-digit lead. Standridge trying to bank it. And Sullivan may have picked up her 3rd.
Yep. That was her 3rd.
Charged to number 11,
She crawled over the back of Griffin.
And that's why I was telling you, Coach Yelder had to know if he could trust her to put her back in the game.
Number 0, Jemiah Griffin.
Clemens coming into the game. It will be Sullivan that leaves.
That puts Griffin back at the free throw line where she's been able to put some down this half.
Well, you talk about how quick Calhoun has created this lead. We were about, at the 4-minute mark, and they led by 3.
That's what that 3-point shot, 2 back-to-back threes will do that for you.
11-point lead with less than 90 seconds to play in the half.
And now because you're scoring, your defensive effort will pick up.
Well, and Sullivan's still out there. I thought Clemens came in for Sullivan. But Clemens still on the sidelines getting ready to check in.
They missed a free throw.
That's right, no dead ball. Woo. Little scoop by Griffin. Arnold near the elbow, trying to quieten the Warhawks.
Right, they needed that basket.
Bachner off the rim, Sullivan grabs it.
Now, Coach, he can help himself by going for the last shot. That way you wouldn't have to put Sullivan back on defense.
Stanridge misfiring, rebounded by Bachner. An opportunity for the Warhawks to get more points before the half.
And more importantly, they can get another foul on Sullivan.
Given to Griffin. And that'll be the end of the half. What a half for Piles in particular, but the Warhawks in general.
Right, it's going to be interesting once we get the stats, but I know coming into the second quarter, she'd already taken more shots than anybody else, so it's going to be an interesting second half.
It is halftime, 39-28. Calhoun with the lead. We are 60 seconds away from a conversation with the commissioner of the ACCC, Dean Myrick.
Of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Always an honor for a sit down with the commissioner of the ACCC, Dean Myrick. Dean, it is, well, I guess it's busy all the time, but even especially so now. How you doing?
Work with, and facility was perfect for us, and our teams loved it, and we had some great games, and
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catches shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Second half action about to get underway. Coach, if you are Coastal, what do you got to do to get back into the game? If you're Calhoun, what do you got to do to grow the lead?
Well, if you're Coastal, you got to turn up the defensive pressure, and you got to make sure that you keep Sullivan on the floor. She's their leading rebounder. They need her on the glass, and they need her being a presence in the middle. Then if you're Calhoun, you got to do the same thing that you did the first half. You got to rely on right now, that's Piles. She's feeling it. You got to find her in this second half and keep pushing the ball down the floor because Coastal's transition defense is not where it needs to be.
Piles leading all scorers with 15 in the first half. And you got a bucket by Stiggers.
And it might be the fourth on Sullivan.
Wow.
And it is. Yep, that's Sullivan.
That is almost the death sentence where the game is concerned. Top rebounder in the first half with 8, and she is out. When do you bring her back?
Well, with 4 fouls, you're looking at a long rest on that bench, and it'd be a long talk to see if you can even put her back in there because you got to remember, he held her out and put her back in the second half. He picked up a 3rd foul. In the second quarter, he put her back in, and so I think she's got to sit.
Until midway through the 4th, or does the score dictate?
I think the score is probably going to dictate that, but I think if you lose her, I think you're going to lose hope too.
41-28 game, Calhoun. Here's the impressive part of the stats to me. 46.3% of the threes as a team in the first half for Calhoun. And where Coastal was concerned, I'm impressed that they did not commit a turnover in the second quarter.
Right, they did a great job. But when you start talking about 43% for a team that shoots it at a 27% clip, that they are really concentrating.
Down low to Robinson. Couldn't bank it in. Buckner's got it. Hands it back over to Stiggers. Phillips defending off the side of the backboard. Stiggers able to get the ball. And now a technical called on Phillips. I do not know what was said, but
I think something was said that you couldn't say in Sunday school, I think.
Technical foul has been issued to number 20 from Coastal, Brooklyn Phillips. Third personal.
and that's her third foul as well.
Right, yep. The personal picks up. I mean, a technical is counted as a personal foul. And Griffin at the free throw line in the first half from the line, she was 3 out of 5.
And if you're Coastal Alabama, you're looking for a pickup in the second half. And in the first 90 seconds, you lose Sullivan, and you get a technical.
Right. And you're going in the wrong direction.
Naomi Wack, replacing number 20, Brooklyn Phillips.
So Phillips coming out of the game. Naomi Wack checking in. Wack came into the ball game late in the first half and immediately dropped in a 3.
Yep. But now they've got, defensively, they've got to put some, that's the first stop. They got to have some stops.
Nice defense there by Arnold, who, by the way, tied for the team lead in scoring in the first half with 8. Griffin with a miss on the 3. But we're talking about players who had nice stats for Coastal in the first half. 2 of them are on the bench, Phillips and Sullivan.
Nice steal that time.
Arnold trying to take charge for the Coyotes.
And she's going to get a foul out of it, but it's going to be on the floor. So Coastal retain possession.
Calhoun foul charged to number 4, Victoria Piles.
That'll be charged to Piles. That's about the only thing Piles has done wrong today.
Right, that's just her first foul.
Whack down low to Robinson. Banks it in.
Good job of using her body to hold off the defender.
Pull-up jumper, Buckner trying to bank it. Robinson had it. And it is...
It's going to stay here with Calhoun this time.
Off Robinson and out of bounds. Put in play to Glover. Griffin with a miss. It is tracked down by Wack.
Right, now Coastal, they got to stop. Now they got to score. They got to start putting the string together, a couple of runs.
Anderson off the glass.
Good thing they got a steal because there was 1 on none on this end for Calhoun.
Anderson, another board. Coyotes hung with the Warhawks in rebounds in the first half, 24 each, and here's a 4th opportunity. Arnold fades and fires.
And Calhoun finally gets it out of there. Clearing out for Calhoun was Glover that time.
Give it over to Griffin, top side to Piles. Stiggers in the paint, and that's Robinson committing the foul. And that's 3 on Robinson.
Third personal, third team foul.
Wow, the fouls are piling up.
At the line for Calhoun.
Robinson 3, Phillips 3, Sullivan 4.
Yep. And that's a short bench down there.
I think Calhoun had to go down to Haverty's and buy new furniture to get everybody on the bench.
Yep.
Nearly taken away by Buckner. Robinson able to get it back. Gives it to Griffin.
Calhoun fans wanted to walk that time. The foul came first, though, before the walk.
And just some misfiring. Rebounded by Glover.
And that's the fourth team foul with 5:48 to go in the quarter. Next foul, Calhoun will be at the line.
And that is 4 on Robinson. And Clemens coming into the game.
Along with Stanbridge, both of them, both freshmen are coming into the game to try to slow down this Calhoun team.
Buckner in the paint, out of bounds.
Yep. That's a good block by Clemens.
Clemens, another Panhandle product out of Lynn Haven. Buckner firing into the paint.
And they're going to say that's off of Buckner.
And I think Griffin pleading, hey, I got fouled.
Yeah, Coach Bird is she's talking to the officials too. So about, I think that was a foul now.
Partially blocked by Buckner. Stiggers, can she catch up with it? She can. Piles for 3.
Piles is feeling it.
Yep, picks up where she left off in the first half.
I mean, she on the season, she only averages 6 points a game. And that ought to be her 18th point.
Wow. Well, you like it when players step it up at this time of year.
Right. She has tripled her average, so she's doing it.
Got a media timeout. 4:55 left in the third. Calhoun starting to build a commanding lead. Here's a look at some of the Guy Calhoun Warhawks who will play basketball a little bit later on today.
Right, coming out to support the Lady Warhawks.
Calhoun just a hop, skip, and a jump down the road.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It might be closer to them than your place.
Right, now in a year or so, you may have another product out of Huntsville. Drake State has applied to the Alabama Junior College system. They did that back in November.
Know where are they located out of Huntsville?
Within a stone's throw of Alabama A&M.
Wow.
In fact, our properties join together.
I'll tell you, the ACCC has had phenomenal growth.
Yep.
Over the course of the last decade, and I don't think there's any coincidence that is the same decade that Dean Myrick has been the commissioner.
Right, they're doing a great job of all the athletic teams in the ACCC.
Out front to Piles, adding flag football in the fall. Piles gets fouled.
Right. Flag football is probably one of the fastest growing sports out there.
Yep.
Number 4, Janice and Jessen. Second personal.
I believe the ACCC will start with 8 teams in the fall, but I got a feeling they'll be adding more.
Great opportunities for some more students to get their education paid for.
Phillips with her 3 personals back into the game.
last 1 for 5 for Piles from the free throw line. So that's an area she's got to tighten up today to go with the rest of her scoring.
That's her kryptonite, I guess.
Yes. She's up to 19 points.
Stanridge to Arnold. Looks down low. Brings it to the lane. Off the glass and rebounded by Glover. Given to Buckner as we get close to 4 left in the third. Payne with a drive. Well, that was just wanting it for Glover.
Yep. That's going to be my rebound moment there. Or they're going to get it for palming the basketball.
And it'll be Calhoun basketball.
Yeah, that's Stanridge that time. They're going to get for that turnover. They didn't turn it over in the second quarter, but they turned it over here in the third.
All right, is it just me, but it seems like maybe the officials are allowing a little more physicality over the course of the last, 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, I think they're tired of blowing the whistle.
They're fatigued.
Yeah.
Anderson feeds over into the corner. Arnold left open for the 3. Short. Phillips with a rebound. Clements with a rebound. Phillips with a rebound, and she will draw the foul.
I will say this now. Coastal, they're still battling. They're down by 20, but they're battling. They're not giving up.
Calhoun foul, charged to number 23.
And as a coach, you want to see that in your team. You want to see the fight all the way to the end.
And they have out-rebounded this Calhoun squad. We're tied at 24 at halftime in the rebounding department, but
yeah, Coastal has they have definitely been hitting the glass in this second half.
Phillips trying to trim it to 18.
Now they're trying to come with a little full court pressure.
Given to Buckner. Steps around Phillips. Shot missed. Whack with the rebound.
Yeah, Buckner does a good job of driving the basketball to the basket.
Jumper by Anderson. Glover coming up with the board. And the Coyotes with Sullivan and Robinson on the sidelines having to rely on Whack to pick up the slack.
Right. There's that lady again. That's Kyle Piles again.
Give it over to Arnold. That's a long 2, and it will fall in.
Right. Some coaches hate that long 2. If you're going to be that close to the line, get behind it. Let's make it count. Calhoun's being very deliberate now on the offensive end. They're not in a hurry.
Well, that's going to be an offensive on Stiggers.
Right.
Player control foul, charged to Calhoun's number 21.
And I believe that'd
be her third.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was thinking maybe 4, but you're right.
Yeah.
Kiera Ricks coming into the game for Calhoun. Fed over to Anderson. Into the paint, nice spin move, got the look, couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah. But now coaches got to get back because Calhoun, if you give them the opportunity, they will push that rock down the floor.
And it's Griffin with the drive, dribbled it out of bounds.
Yeah, she lost control of that one. Now Calhoun's picking up full court pressure.
Rebounded by Stiggers. Less than a minute to play in the half.
And you get the old wedgie.
Jump ball, possession, Coastal.
Now everybody's looking around at each other. The official's going to play it safe. He's going to go over there and get the push, the mop.
Come on, official.
He said, no, we're not doing any jumping in here today. And he scored the basket. Coach Bird's telling them to pick up.
.40 seconds to go in the stanza, giving a whack. And it's Griffin back out front to Anderson.
Secured that one.
Swatted away by Griffin. Stiggers coming up with a loose ball. Powell with a miss on the three. Wax got it.
9 seconds on the clock. See if they recognize it.
And just some off the rim with the three, and that will do it for 3 stanzas of basketball. We head into the fourth. Coastal needing 16 to tie.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Winner of this one takes on Wallace Hansville tomorrow in the semifinals. Wallace Hansville and Shelton State both got the day off. Compliments of a 1 and 2 seed.
Wallace Hansville had that magnificent run last year.
And 2, their coach from a year ago. Now the coach at the University of Alabama, Huntsville.
Right, and he's got that team in the Gulf South tournament for the first time in years.
And you talk about a year that it must have been for Coach Sharp last year. He took over the men, got the women.
Yep.
Because Jessica McBrayer leaves. He's there for a year, and UAH comes calling.
Yep, and he answered. Great marriage by both.
And coaches some great basketball this year. Phillips with a miss. Rebounded by Griffin. Got a kick.
See, Calhoun, right now, they can just take their time.
Got an 18-point lead. But then play to Glover, and Glover will collide with Phillips, and the officials looking at one another to determine who is guilty.
Right, I think they both had the same call. They just want to see who was going to make it. They both had a charge on that one.
So Glover picking up her second personal.
Yeah, coach is telling her to stop and pull up. She over-penetrated that time.
Phillips for three, off the rim.
Yeah, she's not bashful about shooting it. Now we're into the fourth quarter. You still don't see Sullivan. I told you it'd be a while.
8:39 to go in the game. Irvin going to Glover. Leans in. And let's see who committed the foul here.
Whoa.
That's going to be charged to Phillips.
Wow. And she took the lick in there.
It was laying on the floor when the ball came her way.
Yep. That's her fourth. Now you're going to replace 4 fouls with 4 fouls.
Griffin with a miss. Piles with a perimeter two, just a little bit short. Drive to the glass hand, just some.
Coastal basket by number 4.
And a timeout on the floor with 8:12 to go.
Coastal.
Yeah, I think that was a timeout so he can get his subs in. He wanted to get Phillips off the floor. And you got to remember, one of those 4 fouls was a technical that she could have avoided.
8:12 to go, 8:12 left in the year for one and in the game for the other. Huntsville, Alabama, signed for the ACCC Division I men's and women's basketball quarters, semis, and championship. Second of a 2-year agreement. Not sure if it's coming back or not. I know Montgomery is in the mix. They want to draw the ACCC to the capital city.
Well, I know next year with the schedule, Alabama A&M will be in full play at home this time next year.
So that means that venue not available. Irvin picking up 2 as we get inside 8 to go. Arnold working it down low, trying to bank it. Sullivan back into the game. Phillips in 2. The lone 4-fouler not in is Robinson.
And Sullivan came very close to being disqualified, going after that offensive rebound.
Fed over to Piles. Piles has been a little quieter than she had been.
Right, well, I think it's because Coastal is paying more attention to her now. After that first half highlight reel, they say, wait a minute, we need to pick her up, and they're doing that. They're making sure that she doesn't get as many looks. Sullivan's drawing that foul.
Calhoun foul, charged to number 0, Jemiah Griffin. First personal, first team foul.
Turn that over. Coastal lost that one out of bounds. Now that'll give Calhoun another chance to add to this lead. But I expect Calhoun to be deliberate on the offensive end of the floor with this big lead.
Off the rim, rebounded by Arnold. Inside 7 to play, 54-36. And if you're the Coyotes and you've got any hope of moving on, you got to start a run now.
Right. That's great pass by Sullivan.
Piles for the charity strike.
Basketball number 4, Victoria Piles.
Long three-point shot. And Phillips that time with that offensive rebound. They're still, Coastal is still battling.
Calhoun
They're not giving up.
Number 0, Griffin.
But they have
Second personal.
a very, very tall mountain to
First
climb.
team foul at the line, shooting 2 for Coastal. Number 20, Brooklyn Phillips.
If my limited math skills are right, 18 points and 6:02. As Phillips goes to the line.
Right, and on the season, she shoots it at a 69% clip. And Coastal's going to come with a little pressure. And here comes Calhoun breaking the pressure.
1, 2, 3 tries.
4.
How about 4?
Can't get it on the first, second, and third try. Try for the fourth time.
Isn't that the old saying, 4th time's the charm?
Yeah.
Into the corner it goes to Griffin, puts up the 3 off the rim. Rebounded by Arnold.
And she scores that basket. Yeah, that's one thing about it. Coastal's not giving up. They're going to play it to the final horn.
Drive to the glass by Stiggers. Anderson's got it, going the other way, fires to Whack.
And Whack finishes.
Number 2, Naomi Whack.
And Coach Bird has seen enough. She's going to get a timeout. She wants to settle her team down and get them to run some clock.
5:03 to play. 58-44 Calhoun. .503 to go in the game.
And that's Powell again out of that corner.
Standridge on the other end of the floor and gives to Griffin, and Griffin popping in the 3. Now it's an 11-point game. And the Coyotes can trim into single digits.
It's been a while since we've been able to say that.
Hand it over to Griffin. Feeds to Stanridge, and she gets bumped from the backside by Ricks.
Calhoun foul charged to number 1, Kiara Ricks. 4th personal, 4th team foul.
So that's finally somebody from Calhoun with 4 fouls. And there it is. Single digits.
9-point game, 4:16 to play. That's time enough to overcome a 9-point deficit. Buckner with a miss. Herman couldn't get the putback. Robinson with a board.
Right. Right now, Old Mo is in Coastal's favor.
And it's in their favor with Sullivan and Phillips on the sideline.
Yep.
Into the corner to Stanridge, and
wow.
She banks it. It is a 6-point game.
Right. Calhoun's got to regain their composure.
Left wide open is Piles for 3. And Whack will commit the foul.
Yeah, they're going to get whacked for coming over the back.
Naomi Whack. 1st personal, 2nd team foul.
And Phillips is coming back in.
Number 23, Jemiah Glover.
Buckner to put it in play from the baseline. Buckner down low, tipped out of bounds by Robinson, but off of Irvin.
Coastal has an opportunity to get a little closer. If they score this time, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Calhoun.
Stanridge. Rebounded by Griffin.
I think Coach Yeldon was hoping that she passed that one.
Even down low to Irvin. Into the paint, shoots over Robinson. Short of the shot, out of bounds. Off of Robinson.
Coach Yeldon wanted over the back on that one.
That was just wanting it from Griffin.
Good out of bounds play.
The Coyote version of a Griffin getting ready to come into the game. Over goes to Phillips. It is blocked, but stepping out with it is Glover.
Yeah. Good defensive play by Glover. She just stepped on the baseline. Griffin's coming back in now for Coastal. That was a quick shot that time for Coastal. Calhoun has to see now. We have to see now if Calhoun has weathered the storm.
Give it over to Glover. Robinson and Glover battling, and Robinson's going to pick up the foul. Glover the bucket.
And that gives them, puts them back at a double-digit lead.
And that might be it for Robinson. Yep, that's 5.
And I'm going to be honest, I think that might be it for Coastal's comeback, too. I think momentum now has swung back into Calhoun's favor. They weathered the storm.
An 11-point lead. Anderson's got it.
And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to stop the clock with a foul.
And a bucket.
Right, because what that does now, that gives them an opportunity to score with the clock not moving, and you get the chance to set your defense.
So Anderson a chance to trim it to 8. With still 2 minutes to go in the game.
She does that.
Well, no matter what happens in the final 2 minutes of this one, I gotta say kudos to the Coyotes. They did not quit.
Absolutely. They're still playing.
Griffin working into the mid part of the floor and then left side. Feeds to Irvin, and Irvin an easy two.
Right. Great penetration, great drop-off pass. Good catch under there by Phillips. She just couldn't do anything with it.
Irvin the rebound, gives it over to Stiggers. And it's Griffin with it, top side, and a 10-point game with a minute to go. Buckner off on the three, rebounded by Griffin. And it's Phillips for three off the rim.
Yep, with a 10-point lead and 44 seconds on the clock. Coastal has got to pick up, but I think they're gassed, Robert.
Well, kudos to both. Calhoun's going to win it, take on Wallace Hansville in the semifinals. The Coyotes didn't quit.
No, they did not. I'm proud of them.
A half minute to go in this one. Fan to Buckner. Buckner with a miss. Rebounded by White. Griffin for three, off the rim. Buckner will grab it, and that will be your ball game.
Great opening round game.
65-55, your final score. Coach, parting thoughts.
Well, my hats off to Coastal Carolina. They came in as a 6th seed. They made this Calhoun Warhawk team play. They took them down to the wire. They lost by 10, but they put a lot of effort into this game.
First game done, 3 more to go. It's the ACCC Quarterfinals on JockJive. We will see you in just a few for Lawson State and Bishop State. Until then, for Van Padaway, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.